All right, back from Gambling Group Chat. I'm sad to see it go, Bear, but we did all football season. We back, as you mentioned, to cover the other sports. There are other sports, by the way, besides football. We'll talk all about that.
The good thing about the Gambling Group Chat is we have the text thread. That's why it's a group chat.
We gamble on everything.
We're going to talk to our guys, but we're just going to miss them here on our show.
And as you can hear behind us, construction happening. This is where the set will be Sunday on Bourbon Street for the coverage of the Super Bowl. We'll be back on Sunday as well, Sunday morning for our show. We're going to do a fun little show here. We're going to give you kind of like last-second wagers to make. We're actually going to give dollar amounts. We have money to spend, I believe, on Sunday too. So it'll be a lot of fun. Yeah,
I like spending other people's money.
Well, let's spend your money here.
Say, we spending their money, or we spending our money?
I think we're spending their money, but we're spending your money here for your best bets.
We are, and I love this. You've got to look around for this. It's kind of a unique prop that's up in some places, and it's a cross-sport prop between the Super Bowl and soccer. And it is the number of goals in the Atletico Madrid-Real Madrid match on Saturday against the number of touchdown passes in the Super Bowl. And I laid 140 that there will be more touchdown passes in the Super Bowl combined than there will be goals in the Madrid derby there between Real and Atleti. It's a massive game atop the table in La Liga. Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone, who, for people who are familiar with soccer, they typically do not allow and concede a ton of goals, especially in big matches. These two teams are atop, looking at the top of the table. Simeone's probably just, if we get a point here away from home against Real, we will take it. But if you go back and look at the last 11 games that they played in league play, 9 times we've seen 2 goals or fewer. Once we saw 3 goals. Once we saw 4 goals. So again, these have either been 1-1, 1-0, things like that. That 2-0, that's what we're getting at. We get 3 passing touchdowns, I think, in the Super Bowl. I think we all kind of agree that 3 is probably a minimum what we're going to get in the Super Bowl. Yeah. I feel pretty good. And if somehow we maybe get 3 from Mahomes and 1 from Hurts, or 2 from Hurts and 2 from Mahomes, and we're looking at 4, I feel really good about winning that bet. So number of touchdown passes in the game, higher the number of goals in Atleti Real. Saturday, by the way, the game is Saturday, so make sure you're not waiting until Sunday to put that bet in.
I kind of want to watch soccer with you Saturday and see just how angry it makes you, because I see how angry it makes you just like on Thursday mornings when we hang out in the studio.
You should have watched.
You were MFing something this morning.
Yeah, you should have caught me watching the third set in the tiebreaker of Taylor Fritz, Denis Shapovalov. It would have been an interesting watch. Yeah.
Those are 2 humans that play what sport?
Tennis.
Okay, great. Okay.
Allegedly, the best American tennis player lost to Denis Shapovalov. So.
Okay. Yeah. Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I'm far from okay, as was muttered in a movie.
Well, let's hope that your best bet gets you square there.
Don't worry, I can play some horse racing later today. That's clearly
an unraced horse, obviously.
Clearly, horse racing the safest bet you can possibly.
Yeah. I am 0 for my life in horse racing. So, all right, let's go to one wager that I have won. We'll make it my best bet here. I won this a couple weeks ago in the divisional round. Travis Kelce over receptions here at 6.5. It's juiced. It's not juiced. It's plus money because normally it's 5.5. So it's 1 extra reception here, knowing that everyone's going to wager on this. I talked about it 2 weeks ago. I'm going to repeat what I said. Since 2019, in the Chiefs Super Bowl era, when Kelce gets a week or 2 off before a playoff game, he has at least 6 targets, at least 6 receptions. Now, you need 7, of course, but the idea that he has double-digit targets in 7 of those 9 games, catches a lot of passes. Talked about game script, right? Game ideas and what I think is going to happen. The Eagles over the middle of the field is not a weakness, but that's where the openings are at, especially if they play a lot of zone coverage, as I think they're going to. And Oren Burks, the backup linebacker for the Eagles with Jacoby Dean hurt, is not a good matchup for the Eagles against Kelce. If there is pressure on Mahomes, he's going to find Kelce as well. So give me over 6.5 here, plus money, different than normal, because 1 extra reception. I don't think they're getting it 5.5. I think the books are just saying we're just not giving you 5.5.
Yeah, or if you want 5.5, you're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah, I'll go over 6.5. Yeah.
6.5. Anytime you can get plus money on something like that, I think
one more reception than
we all kind of know. We all kind of know he's going to be looking for.
Of course, yeah.
So, yeah, I like it.
And according to Ellie, he's going to propose after the game, so a lot to look forward to.
Yes, is he going to propose to his pregnant fiance?
That was quite a. That was.
I'm sure that'll raise.
If she is right, on that, she is going to become very popular, even more than she is if she's right on that.
Yeah, she said Kendrick was going off the board, and
She got that right.
the
She
report.
said Taylor is pregnant already
Yeah.
and going to get proposed. But she thinks the Eagles are going to win, though. So that's
Yeah,
kind of.
I can't see that. I can't see a proposal after her.
I haven't looked at the rules for how you grade the proposal wager. Because what's after the game mean? Like, is it on the field? Is it like in the tunnel?
Before midnight, like on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. He's not going to do it though, because I said this before. The respect he has for the Chiefs, he's not going to upstage a victory with a proposal.
Right.
Yeah.
Do we think he retires on the Kelce Brothers podcast later in the week? That'll be.
I think
that's going to be a great listen. By the way,
it'd be fantastic. It was great yesterday too. I think if he retires, it will be some point in the spring. Like it will be before the free agency starts, right? So the Chiefs can have a plan. But here's the thing about retiring. We'll end with this because we're rambling now. Is that a lot of players think they're going to retire, and then their body starts feeling good about May, and they're like, "I'm coming back for one more year." Like that could surely happen with Travis, where he thinks he's going to retire. He says he might retire, and then like 3 months later, he goes, "I feel great now. I'm coming to training camp."
By the way, before we go when we're rambling, it reminded me that to follow. I said we were going to hit on this when we were walking over. I love that Allen won the MVP last night. I love it.
Okay, so this is the first time maybe in modern sports MVP voting that they actually chose the most valuable player as a value.
Exactly.
Because Lamar Jackson won the first team All-Pro.
Outstanding, most outstanding statistical season. You are first team All-Pro. Absolutely agree with it.
I think I saw this tweet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe you do. Someone will correct me. The last quarterback that did not win first team All-Pro to win MVP was in 1987. Was Joe Montana. It'd been that long.
Yep.
That first, I think it was 17 straight years 17 straight times.
Right. They matched.
Yeah. Like I was shocked. Because you needed 8 voters, I think it was 8 voters to switch. And I knew one of them. I talked to one yesterday about it. And he said, like, it's the same idea. Like, I wanted both guys to have an award, essentially, because they had great seasons. So I gave one. But I didn't think 8 voters were going to switch their votes, and they did. Otherwise, the awards, I thought, were pretty much what we thought they were going to be, right? There was no surprises.
Yeah, I was disappointed. I wouldn't say I was surprised, but I was kind of disappointed that Surtain won.
Over who?
EPOI. Anyone.
Chris Jones deserves, I think they need to give Chris Jones like a Lifetime Achievement Defensive Player of the Year award.
I could see that.
He's never won.
You were happy that some offensive linemen got some votes.
Yeah, 3 offensive linemen got votes for Offensive Player of the Year. And then I go back to this again. The guy that died on the football field still hasn't won Comeback Player of the Year. I don't know what it has to take.
Yeah, I was happy that Burrow won over Darnold. I would have been very upset had Darnold been Comeback Player of the Year.
There were, I think I saw 4 or 5 votes for Darnold, even though the AP said
even though they
vote
said
for him.
Correct.
You should not win Comeback Player of the Year. It's my strongest award take. Should not win Comeback Player of the Year from coming back from being benched or stinking.
It was like, that was Geno Smith. Geno Smith shouldn't have won.
It should be an award that
Flacco probably shouldn't have won either. Hamlin should have won.
Correct.
Guy died on the field.
It's an award that should show and reward players for their perseverance of coming back from injury. Now, Burrow's injury, it wasn't like it was just a wrist injury. Right. He's won that award twice in his career. That's like not a good sign. Right?
I was going to say that's not the one you want to win.
Yeah,
twice. And Lamar's got his 2 MVPs. Allen got his 1. By definition, Josh Allen was the most valuable player, and I love it.
Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.